My name is Maddie, this is my dog Eliza, and this was our garden in Germany 1 month ago, completely hidden and overtaken by blackberry bushes over 10 feet tall. After almost 3 weeks of removal and demolition, with the help of a tractor, a rototiller, and about 2 weeks worth of shoveling, this week we're finally beginning to construct our dream garden, all with the help of our new baby running ducklings. 1 week at a time, we plan to transform this old property into our dream home, and this week we'll finish the garden. Are you guys ready to go outside and face the day? There they are. Come on, guys. Hi, guys. Good morning, Dottie. Do you want to say hi to everyone? What do you say to tackling the garden today? Let's do it. Here is where we're at with the garden today. We are planning to install this front gate. The little duckies are over in that little corner, and yes, there may or may not be a third one. This was supposed to be one play date, but why do I feel like we're already keeping it? That ultimate decision is TBD, but we're trying it out. This whole garden is quirky. That is the theme. This is how we are going to put the gate. It's going to open inward. And I think I found a worm that I can feed to a duck. Who wants a worm? First duck to me gets a worm. Hi. Hi. Dottie here is my ultimate cuddle buddy. She's definitely the one that comes to me the most often. And we'll just do this, which is so cute. And it also makes it so impossible to get any work done. But you're the reason we're doing all this, so. This one in the middle is the new one. And we have already called him Draco, or Dragon. Ellie is currently trying to dig our garden bed a little deeper into the ground. Whenever we have to use the shovel for anything in the garden, our ducks are already very conditioned to believing that there are worms. And it's really, really cute, but it's also very difficult if you actually want to get work done because you're constantly worried about their safety. The ducks will not leave her alone now. Moment of truth with the ducks to bear witness. Ducks, what do you think? Do you like or do you love? Today, Ellie and I are on our way to 2 different stops. We first have to go to the Bauhaus because we need some extra wood for the last garden bed. We're also going to this guy's house that Ellie found on eBay who was giving away a bunch of rocks. And we are going to use them for making garden beds in and around the garden. We definitely have a lot of work to do. A lot of work. What do you guys think? Did we get enough?
Probably not.
Or is it gonna disappear in seconds?
Probably that.
Where to next? To the Bauhaus! You guys know the reference? You know what I'm talking about?
Salon.
Is this too thin? 250 by 113 times 2. 6 Euro und 73 Cent. 6? German's hard. 6 Euro und 73 Cent. Deutsch ist nicht einfach. We found some cheap soil, 4 Euro. And we're going to use this for outside of the garden. We're hoping that the color is a little bit darker and we can make like a nice sharp edge. I think we got everything. Let's get out of here. I really hope that we got enough rocks. I suppose there's always more where that came from. I can't believe that just 2 months ago I was still living and sleeping in my van and living at my mom's house in California, and now I'm here. I had basically no belongings to my name, and the decision to come here really only happened maybe 4 months ago. And now I have this whole house with so much work that needs to be done, so many things that I still have to get rid of, and also 2, potentially 3 ducks to take care of. It's not just me and Eliza anymore. Truthfully, I feel happier than I've ever been before, but I also feel more overwhelmed. than I've ever been before. Even though I'm so lucky because I have so many emotional support animals with Eliza and now with these emotional support duckies, they are not a stand-in for real counsel, which is why I have been relying on therapy to help me create some more balance in my life, something that I feel like I haven't really found yet. BetterHelp is the sponsor of this week's video, an online service that connects you with a professionally licensed therapist who is trained to listen and provide you with unbiased, helpful advice. Dottie here is a good listener, but I'm afraid she can't exactly do that. Fresh water! Yeah! BetterHelp is actually the easiest way to start talking to a therapist without ever having to leave the comfort of your own home, which is awesome for me because I am very new to this small town in Germany that I now live in, and the German is very slow in coming also. You can sign up in just a few easy steps. All you have to do is visit the BetterHelp site. You can find a link in my description box below, betterhelp.com/Maddie Taylor. Once you get there, you answer a short survey that will help BetterHelp to match you with a professional who best suits your needs and who has years of experience in helping other people with struggles just like your own. Okay, I'll keep being it, you can go. Liza is back from her walk. All of this can be completed with your phone or through your computer, and you can talk to your therapist a few different ways. You can chat with your therapist via phone call, video chat, or messaging, and in the vast majority of cases, BetterHelp will match you with a therapist within 48 hours of signing up. If for whatever reason you need to change your therapist, like for example, you move across the world, that service is available to you free of charge. Definitely used that one when I moved here to Germany. I heard you chased a cat. The fact that she chases cats but is afraid of our ducks cracks me up. So if you're thinking about trying something new, consider letting BetterHelp connect you with a therapist who can support you all from the comfort of your own home. Click on the link in the description box below, that's betterhelp.com/Maddie Taylor, and choose Maddie Taylor at checkout to enjoy a special discount for your first month of therapy. Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video, and let's get on to the rest. Okay, little duckies, back in the garden. Come on. I keep seeing these absolutely gorgeous, perfect garden beds on Instagram with the best wood in the world, but I kind of like our quirky, mismatched cottagecore garden beds, and I think that the ducks like them too. I'm gonna go ahead and gonna start filling in those garden beds so that we can finally plant our little trees and seedlings. Trees. The paper is basically also as a barrier for weeds. Our last eBay found was little woolen letters, I would say. We think they're perfect to make a little like garden entrance with it. While Ellie's working on the garden beds, I am trying to get this to fit to our gate properly. I'm doing it a little creatively. Wow, it's so tall now. I love it. It is perfect. It's everything I wanted. Oh, I'm so glad. Wood chips would look really nice. Yeah, there. I really want to get wood chips and maybe really some rocks around it. Yeah. I mean, we have the rocks. Wow. Is that better? More? Even one more? Next is some sticks. We have a whole pile. Oh, huge pile of old branches that we now can reuse for our garden beds. Oh, that's a big one. Filled up. And it's not that bad that they're a little bigger because the topsoil will push them down over time. One thing we haven't really mentioned so far is how messy our ducks are. They've only been alive on this earth for a month, and we have bags upon bags upon bags of all of the bedding that they have destroyed with all of their unmentionables. We're going to use it for really good fertilizer in all of our garden beds. You should put your gloves on. Dottie is watching all of her hard work in action. You did good work. We need a new wheelbarrow. Seriously, guys? Decided to use these little stones that have already been here to our advantage, and we're gonna kind of make a checkered style plant bed outside of the garden. I think it's gonna look really good. So I'm in the process of using the spade to get all the grass out and to really clean up the soil here so that it looks really nice, and then we might add a thin layer of topsoil here before planting. It's finally getting to the point of where it's all coming together and the fruit of our labor is really showing, and it's just really exciting. We're just so thrilled to be at this step of this garden process that we really don't want to stop. It is currently 9 o'clock, and I think we're probably realistically going to work until it's too dark to see out here. We'll film a little bit more, but for the rest, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I will get to you guys, I know. I do this step first and then I look through it. I have a system. Looking for worms. Found one. Who's gonna get it? Dottie takes the kill. It's so funny to be vegan. One for Peanut, but to have ducks. One for Dottie. Hey, we gotta feed our babies. And I saved the biggest one for you, Draco, because you're new to the fam. Okay, baby. Okay, honey. I think there's a dog right here. Hello. We are currently on our morning walk. It is expected to be a severe thunderstorm today, so we're not exactly sure how much work we're going to be able to get done in the garden. It's not expected to come until the afternoon, so hopefully we'll be able to knock out a few things before then. I can feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. Storm is all around us. Come on and let go. Last night we got almost this entire section done, so first thing this morning we're just gonna finish it up and then we can add a nice layer of topsoil. A little mini before and after. And now we're going to put another layer of soil over the whole thing, and planting will be ready for this portion. Roses can finally go in the ground. I think mine's good. Climb as you will, little roses. This one is still on its way. Around 3 weeks ago, we went to our very first garden center. We already found all of our plants in the clearance section. Do you think we will have enough? No. Never. Never enough. We picked up 2 apple trees, a cherry tree, and a bunch of other plants. We already needed to plant our apple trees because they really needed to get in the ground so they didn't dry out. But we've been holding out for all the rest for the garden to be ready, so I'm so happy that today is finally the day. Liza is currently the assistant. How you doing, baby dog? Say hi to your fans. Say hi to your fans. One thing Ellie and I really have been struggling to do is get enough water every day. There will be periods of the day where we just get so exhausted, and so we've actually been getting in the habit of brewing teas the night before. We actually just finished the one that was for today, and so I'm brewing these for tomorrow or maybe later today, but it just makes drinking water more fun, and we always have these out on the table out here so that we're hopefully going to be more hydrated from now on. Slowly but surely, you guys are getting insight onto all of the chaos of this property. It's definitely one space at a time. And our deck is not gonna come for a while. Even just a little more like that. I picked this cherry tree. I really like it. Because it's really light, the chupka, yeah. Yes,
We got back from the farmer's market.
Okay, Ellie's mom's house. And she gave us a bunch of plants that we need to get into the ground today. We tried to get as many of their roots out of the ground as we possibly could. Some of these are really fragile. They're not gonna wanna be dried out. It's time to get started planting, and we're pretty sure that the rain is about to come back. We can both feel it in the air. Ellie's mom really likes gardening. She gave us a lot of helpful pointers for our own garden, and she told us that lavender is really good next to roses, so we are putting them right next to them. This lavender is ready to go in the ground. I'm definitely finding some blackberries that are resprouting beneath the soil, which is terrifying. So according to my iPhone, we are having severe weather right as we speak, and it is a thunderstorm raining right now. I think it's the most temperate weather we've had all day. It's beautiful out, it's warm, there's no wind, and there's no rain. Color me confused. That being said, all of the flowers are in. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Kind of funny to me that we have these checkered tiles here just because it's kind of trendy. I feel like checkers are a big thing with my generation. And these are the original tiles here. We have a picture of our house from when it was first built, and these are the same ones all the way back then. What goes around comes around. My hands are covered in dirt. You can also see a tree that we have, and now we're dealing with its stump. You can see there used to be a fence that separated that structure where the chickens stayed. We're about to start digging the pond for the ducks. I have a feeling they're about to get really annoying about these worms. Earlier, Ellie and I brainstormed a lot about where we're gonna put this pond. This is the stump I was just telling you guys about that we have to navigate around, but I think we're gonna have it right here. And we also have pond tarp that we're gonna put so we can have it be even bigger and a lot more shallow for the little duckies as well. Mostly we're doing this right now because we're getting really tired and we have some plants that we need to put in the vegetable garden. So we're just going to throw soil into the vegetable garden until we're done. Plant those plants and call it a day, because a lot of manual labor and we're still getting used to it, to be honest. Hey, the ducks can't see us from here. Maybe they won't notice and come get the worms.
I can see a worm right here.
I just saw 2 worms. If they can't see us, they won't bother us. They're also tired. And we've given them so many worms today. I don't know how the bellies have any more room for worms. We're finishing up just in time for the rain to start. So we're gonna eat food and go to bed. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. How much dirt do I have on my face? Not too bad today, eh?
The sun came out, so we thought it's a perfect time to finally lay those rocks into a little garden bed. We got a special friend here to help today. Let's get right into it. We're pumped. So there's a pizza waiting for us in the oven, but we did want to fill the new late garden beds with some soil, and it was really fun to see everything coming together, so this is really the fun part. It's cool! The ducks really enjoy our new garden beds. Was? Was? Sehr gut.
a little too expensive, but we want it. Final day working on the garden, and we are currently at the farmer's market picking up some vegetables that we'll plant before the final reveal. We'll talk a little more about what we're doing with the duck pond later, but essentially we're not making it this week. Just in time because the farmer's market is closing, but we got such a good haul. We thought we were gonna have to go to a garden center to get a bunch of this stuff. Turns out we don't have to, which is really nice.
That was a success.
So excited! By the way, the reason I wasn't here yesterday was I was editing this video, but we're back today. We are back from the farmer's market. We got so many goodies that we'll show you, and it's time to get them all in the soil and to call this project complete for now.
We have broccoli, and I think that we actually got some more today because you can never have enough broccoli. Look at this tiny broccoli one. Oh, that's a bell pepper. And then we have this one, which is a pepperoni jalapeno. Pepperoni jalapeno. We also have some salad that doesn't look as happy. But
these are all the little babies that Ellie has been tending to in the greenhouse that we found when we first moved in. We have veldsalat, which is one of my personal favorites. We have sweet peas, and we have miscellaneous that we have no idea are edible, but I do see some lupin in there. Yeah. So we can plant the lupin. But yeah, these are going in too. The duckling wing feathers are really starting to come in. So cool. You can see the sheaths, and then they come out of the sheaths. And Dragon over there already has all of his back feathers. He's really pretty. You're gorgeous, darlings, gorgeous.
And look, there's also a cucumber. I thought they would never come, but now they're starting to grow. Gurke.
Eventually the plan here is to build a wooden deck, so we don't need any of this soil. We have managed to get almost all of the soil for our garden beds for free, which is really awesome. And this is going to go in the herb gardens. Italian spices. That makes sense to put it next to the basil. Next time we make spaghetti. Oh, look, a worm. I like having a little asymmetry. It's fun. It's so different than the other one. Choco mints. We picked this up the other day, and it both smells and tastes like chocolate, which is just so crazy to me. We are going to put it next to this special basil plant that Ellie picked out today. Magic blue, so it's a cultivar. We're gonna have the most aromatic, lovely garden in all of Germany. These smell incredible. Oh my gosh. It's really hard to get a controlled flow. We're creating a little center area here, and we decided to plant the lupins that we purchased today right here. We're eventually going to put a bird bath in, but we haven't found the perfect one yet. And I'm putting in an earthworm for good luck. Just don't tell the ducks.
You know you live in a small town where you have tractors constantly moving through.
Kind of forgot to purchase any onion plants, but we also forgot that this has been in our pantry for almost the entire time I've been in Germany, it looks like. So this is going in the ground.
It's gonna be so beautiful with all the flowers.
May our new pumpkins fight against the vicious blackberry bushes on the other side of the skate. Ooh, careful.
Often you're supposed to thunder.
A month later, and the garden is done. It's so crazy to be saying that.
Yeah, and it's crazy to think about what it was before and then what it became. We did that.
We did that. You know, we sowed so many seeds, we planted so many seedlings, and now all there is to watch it grow and bloom, which is really, really awesome. I've never had a garden before myself. I know you have in the past.
Yeah.
The fact that it used to be behind bushes, you couldn't even see the garden, and now it's this oasis that we can spend our days in, that the ducks can spend their days in. Hopefully they don't eat all of our plants.
Yeah.
Is just exactly what we wanted. About the pond. We purchased this pump, and then I read your comments from last week's video, and we did some further research from duck owners, and we realized just how impossibly difficult it would be to use just a pump to clean out the incredible amount of waste that our little ducks produce. And so we've decided to make it a bigger project. We're going to plumb out of the bottom of our pump to a waterway that leads out to the lake where all the other duckies are in the area. And it's going to take some time and more research to do that, but we want to do it right, and we want to make sure that our ducks have enough space for them. So that will be in a future video.
One of the future projects, so stay tuned.
And that is it for this week's video. So thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we'll see you in the next video.
Be kind, guys.
I know, that made me want to get out of here really badly. You know what? Talk later. There's a lot going on over here. That's really creative, Ellie.
Quack, quack.
So excited.
Let's get a cold drink.
This is going to go in the herb garden. Oopsies, whoa, that's way heavier than I thought it was going to be.